slightly tilted Shanahan here. We have a 5-2 ourselves, so maybe I spoke it into existence. It's just like it felt like the deck has been gifted to them. Okay, there's no way to thin estates. Wolf's Den is fine. There's no villages. I guess we do Storyteller stuff. Maybe you can do Alchemist stack. If you play with a terminal, what do you want your terminal to be? Villain, probably. The Sycophant's kind of nice with Storyteller estates and stuff. Like, get some value out of them at the end of the day. I think I'm going Storyteller, Sycophant, Counterfeit. I just want to start thinning some coppers. Then maybe we grab ourselves a villain next, and then a Storyteller, and have to consider the potion angle as well. So how do we ramp up payload with the deck that's buying Alchemists every turn? And please don't say Philosopher's Stone, it's not the answer. It must be thinning here, right? It must be thinning. Okay. So Order of Masons lets us skip 2 cards. We could skip 6 cards and just get a perfectly clean shuffle. I think I just skip the 3 estates. I can skip 3 estates in Sycophant, maybe. And we're always hitting 5 this turn. And I can either get a gold or something else. Maybe I get crop rotation. Crop rotation, then gold, then villain, then a couple of Storytellers. Do we even need the Storytellers? Do we even need to build an engine? It's a sad game when you're like, do I even need to build an engine? Is the engine doing anything? Like, crop rotation helps a lot. I think... What do we want to skip here? Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely use Order of Masons now. We've got 3 coppers in hand. I think I'm honestly pretty happy to skip estate Sycophant. And if we don't draw an estate, we hit 6. If we do draw an estate, we discard it and we still hit 6 pretty much. So this is going quite well. So 5, I think I decided I wanted to get a villain. Like, the attack is going to be annoying. With crop rotation too, they have to like discard an estate sometimes. Yeah. And I don't really want to play with mini terminals, so I guess I have this question of if I want to get the Storytellers at all. And I am not quite sure. They're discarding a silver even, which is good for me. Okay. So this could be a gold. With 6 next turn, and we're sticking it into the shuffle as well. That makes sense to me. I want to add quite a bit of money into this deck. I guess with villain, with Storyteller and villain coffers, and we're adding a bunch of golds into the deck. This adding a couple of Storytellers should not be a problem. We're ramping up our payload pretty quickly. And I guess we do need to add 2 if we add any. The second Sycophant we can add whenever. And it gives us the Order of Mason value. The second villain is annoying. And we do need to add a second Counterfeit at some point. Okay, so we don't add anything here. So we can go Storyteller. I guess we hit 6 again. We just buy another gold. I don't think I can complain about buying another gold in a money-ish kingdom. So here we trigger a shuffle with that 1 estate in it, and we have to consider, when are we getting the other Sycophant? When are we getting another villain? When are we getting another Counterfeit? are we thinning coppers all the way down to 0? Hopefully we are, I guess, is the answer. So we maybe need a couple of golds, more golds still. So it's a question of, do we want to take 2 turns and get 2 storytellers, sort of make sure we're drawing our deck? Yeah, because I think the Sycophant value, like the gold draws 3, and then the Sycophant discards those 3 for coins, which is a little bit spinny, but adds reliability. And we do want to get that second Sycophant. We want to get a second. So like, okay, 2 storytellers and a counterfeit. Those are like whole turns unless we hit 10 at some point, which, I guess we kind of hit 10 at some point with coffers. Yeah, so like we hit 10 next turn even, probably. So that would be like Storyteller this turn. Next turn we get Storyteller. Sycophant. Turn after that we get like second Counterfeit gold. And that's our deck. And the Sycophant is a nice, okay, we have to discard it for this stupid crop rotation. Oh, great. Okay. So I think I just max draw here. And then I spend both 2 coffers. Because this works out exactly. Cool. So I have 4 coppers. I now have 3 coppers, I guess. That's worth noting. So my thought was I would take like Storyteller second Counterfeit now for the uniques, and then like next turn get like double gold Sycophant or something. So that mostly fixes our uniqueness problem. I think here I can drop the villain somewhat sadly if they play a villain. I mean, I guess I just don't... what am I saying? I guess I don't need a second villain. I can get one later on. It's like worth a duchy. I would like to thin 2 coppers this turn. And I think this is fine. Okay, so then this Storyteller draws to the end. So we basically are just adding a ton of money now. We add like 2 golds now. And we need to watch out in the end game, the thing you sometimes do with counterfeits where you counterfeit. We don't really want to do that here. So it's going to be gold, Sycophant. I think I'm willing to save my money now. I'm not really worried about things. I've got so much more money. I guess they're going for Alchemist stack with the potion. I wonder if I should just do like gold potion and contest Alchemist stack with mixing that with Storyteller draw and just having a much better deck. Like, I don't see a need to start greening. I could, and like the Alchemist stack adds reliability. So that would be like gold potion here. Save the coffers. And then, yikes, this is a draw. But we can discard the Sycophant and, we can discard the estate and see what if we can find. And otherwise we ramp up and start getting Alchemists and mixing that with golds, and we thin the last copper, and we just build up coffers with the villain and feel like we're in good shape. I guess we only have 2 Storytellers, so like we're not super reliable to draw them every turn. So I wanted to get an Alchemist here for sure. I guess the very last turn of the game we can counterfeit the potion. Do I get a gold? I get a gold. I have a unique Alchemist, a unique potion now, a unique Sycophant, and something else is unique. Alchemist, potion, Sycophant villain. What is the 5th unique card? Copper. I only have 1 copper left. Okay. So here I'll surely Storyteller and just play gold, keep the copper. They've got their own Sycophant now. I feel like I'm very far ahead. If I'm drawing deck and adding Alchemists, like I'm basically just trying to say my deck is strictly better than yours. I'm going to build up for reliability and not risk anything. And I'll solve my uniqueness problems, you know, along the way. Don't think we need to play treasures here. Okay, so yeah, we can play gold, counterfeit, copper. Okay, we slightly overdrew here. That was a mistake. Nothing to be done there, actually. We overdrew by 2. Yeah, that was a largish mistake, I would say. Largish mistake, if I would say so myself. Yes, okay. So we're always getting an Alchemist. We're top decking an Alchemist. This could be Alchemist, Storyteller, gold. And we're just sort of selling this idea that our deck is just way better in every respect. And we're even having a lower risk of dud than they are. And we're just kind of watching what they're doing. And if they do anything weird, like they go in for gardens or something, we can pivot to gardens. And I don't see really any reason to green when I'm building up. Okay, I have another Alchemist down there that I would like to play. Okay. So we, again, slightly overdraw. Oh no, we're exactly drawn. Okay, continue. So we can turn the overdraw into money with an extra Sycophant. So let us go ahead and get another Sycophant here. And then another Alchemist. And then I can think about the other thing I want to gain. Sycophant. So let's just do that. Alchemist, let's just do that. Honestly, I can consider provincing now with 3 Alchemists. It just seems pretty tough for me to not hit every time. I'm just worried that they then start going in on gardens and stuff, or we draw the provinces and dead. But like, it's 8. I've been playing this match for 2.5 hours. At some point, we actually have to like win the match. And if we're just buying Province, Alchemist, Storyteller starting next turn because we have so much money, I will use this to discard nothing. I think we're good. Oh, did I not top deck my Alchemist? Okay, I did. The Order of Masons hid that from me slightly. So I am slightly confused why my opponent is not resigning here, unless they're going to go after gardensy stuff, but it seems like they're not, given they're buying Storytellers. It just seems like they're going to be a couple turns behind. And I'm kind of building to triple province here. So Sycophant discards 3 and draws 3. So it doesn't like, I'm actually not turning overdraw into money. I should note. I'm just, if I accidentally overdraw, I can turn it back into money. So I can discard 3 here. I guess I will do that. And then Storyteller, no treasures. Continue. So this, so I can trigger this shuffle with 3 green cards in it. Maybe that's terrible. I was trying to work out a way that I could trigger this shuffle and then like use crop rotation and stuff. I can do that, I guess. I can play this, no treasures, continue, spend like 1 coffer. to draw a card. And then I've got something for this is spinning for sure. What am I buying this turn? Alchemist, Province, something. This is spinning, but I've got a card to discard to villain, and I've got a card to discard to crop rotation. Except, it doesn't seem like it's worthwhile. The thing that I just did. Why I did it, I don't know then. Province, and I'll take one more Storyteller. I should just be supremely reliable here. I don't know, I complained that my opponent got 5-2 3 games in a row and won, and now I've gotten 5-2 and I'm winning. That being said, they're a good player. They spot stuff. They're looking for stuff. They're looking for gardens. They're doing stuff. I find it difficult to believe that when they're still trashing coppers, they are going for gardens at all. And for gardens to be worth more than provinces, they have to get 8. They have to get to six gardens, 60 cards. And by the time they do that, I'm just going to get a bunch of gardens myself. So this just seems like I've completely spun here. My last turn, I think, was played quite badly. But so the thing we can do is if we draw a Storyteller with all green cards, like we did here, we can discard the 3 green cards now for coins with Sycophant, which is cool. And then continue and draw here. Don't want to spend those. Okay, so I would actually like to find that Alchemist, right? No? Maybe I'll spend 1 coffer to look for it. And then, what are we buying here? Province Alchemist. And we bottom decked an Alchemist, so we're not super upset by that, and we're just kind of saying we can double Province near the end. And by near the end, I mean in 2 turns. And we're top decking a bunch of Alchemists every shuffle, so our deck's pretty reliable. We've got some Masons we can use. We don't hit crop rotation, but we're drawing so well we don't care. And if our opponent decides to pivot to gardens, then we'll just grab gardens ourselves. And our deck should be able to absorb the gardens a lot better. Yeah, so if there's a turn where they get 3 gardens, then I can get 3 gardens, and then they get 2 gardens. They've won the garden split 5-3. But again, unless their deck gets to 60 cards, it doesn't seem super doable. I believe this is a very early morning match for my opponent, who is I believe they're in Japan time zone. Again, I'm just going to kind of not use that yet. If I don't find it somehow, I've got a lot of outs to find it. I think that's enough, given the amount of stuff we have in the rest of the deck. Okay. So I can discard 3 here, and then we draw to the end of the deck. I have so many Storytellers down there. I think I only want to discard... I have a gold down there, so... I guess we do it this way, and we overdraw by a decent amount, but... it is what it is. Okay, so the bottom card of the deck is our 4th Storyteller, right? Gains a Storyteller. Yep. So I don't need to play this. And I realize I'm playing this a little bit slowly, a little bit awkwardly, building and greening, but my opponent is not resigning. So as long as my opponent is not resigning, I'm sort of not going to take anything for granted. Like the sneaky garden stuff that they go into, or something or other. I don't know. We just keep getting alchemists here, and I wonder about a third sycophant. It's hard to even know with crop rotation and storyteller what to discard out of Order of Masons. I guess counterfeits and potions. I don't think third sycophant does anything. I don't think Night Watchman does anything. I don't think Gardens does anything. I guess I'll take a third sycophant and then actually start... I guess crop rotation doesn't work anymore, so I will actually discard like 4 green cards out of the shuffle. Either the client is slow or my computer's being slow right now, as you saw by how slowly clicking there was. One nice thing about 5 alchemists is when they play villain, it automatically discards my alchemist for me. And again, perhaps my opponent is not the type to resign. The last match we played, they beat me 5-1. So, okay, so they're doing gardens now. So the question is, can I double province twice and just say that I'm winning easily? We'll discard 4 provinces. And we'll note that those are on top of, that are our discard pile's 4 green cards, so to watch out for that. Okay, and we have 4 storytellers and another alchemist. Okay. Okay. So that draws. Oh, we even had another alchemist that we somehow didn't find. Weird. What is the bottom card of the deck? It is a province, counterfeit, gold, storyteller, potion. I don't know. It is the third sycophant, huh? Makes sense. Okay, so sycophant, we discard 2 of you. And then this is easily double province here. So we'll just take the double province without coffers even. And then look to double province again next turn pretty easily with 6 alchemists top decked. All we have to do is basically find a counterfeit and we've got all the coffers. So yeah, this was a little slower. I'm sure I could have won the game faster. I feel like there was so little risk in how I played this though. Hopefully, this is my client, this is my computer. I may have to do restart my computer or something after this game. Okay. I hope the client doesn't crash because this is just about the most winningest game state that I have ever seen. I'm looking to see if something on my computer is running very slowly. Firefox, I am sorry Firefox, you must die. Okay, Firefox is shut down. So I have 5 alchemists I'm going to start the turn by playing. Order of Masons to discard 4 green cards and 7 coffers. And a 37-point VP advantage. Feels like a lot. Feels like a lot. Okay, I will refresh after this game. I don't want to somehow lose this game. Actually, I will refresh at the beginning of the next game. That makes more sense to me. So this will be 2-3 after I win this game. Putting the, jumping ahead, but These are what, 3-point gardens? 2-point gardens? This is optimistic on their part, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces. If my opponent resigns, I will refresh my client, I guess I will say. Okay, I said it as they did. Okay, game. And we move on to game 6.